In today's Talk of the Heartland, a citywide celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life and legacy kicks off tonight. It's a birthday extravaganza for Dr. King, and it gets underway at 7 o'clock at Cape Central High School's gymnasium, or rather auditorium. Students will be performing music, dance, and other things, and tonight's event is just the kickoff. On Sunday, there will be a community program at St. James AME Church before a variety of events happening on MLK Day this Monday. And we have Deborah Mitchell-Braxton here with us in the studio and kind of talk a little bit about these events. Is Monday the big event, or are they all kind of big events?
To me, they're all important. We've been doing celebrations honoring Dr. King for almost a half a century. So every event is important leading up to the legacy of Dr. King and the civil rights movement. Tonight we honor his 97th birthday, and we agreed with the Cape Public Schools when we protected that holiday in 1999. 7 kids from St. James went and petitioned the board to protect it. And President's Day, we always agreed to do a program on his birthday. So that's what we're doing tonight. And then Sunday we honor his ministry. At St. James, we'll be giving out a couple community service awards to people that have done work in the community to help those in need. And then, yes, Monday is a federal holiday, and it's a holiday that has a Service Act attached to it, which means we're supposed to leave our comfort zones, get out, and do something to help someone in need. And we have done that for the past 32 years. So we need everybody that comes to the event to bring something. They don't have to pay any money to come, but they need to bring some canned goods, some toiletries, some school supplies, hats, gloves, coats, feminine products are needed, blankets. So when you come on Monday, you'll start at 8 a.m. You'll stay with us till about 1:30 at the Shawnee Park Center, and then we'll travel to West Park Mall for the 29th Annual Youth Gala.
Oh.
So we're a traveling show too.
Okay, all right. So those donated things, where will they go after? To local nonprofits that support folks
now
in the community?
You realize after Thanksgiving and Christmas, all the agencies are depleted. So everybody needs to go over to some favorite store. I don't care if it's Walmart, Sam's, Aldi's, buy some goodies, and we will give everything that we receive back to the agencies that help those people in need.
Okay, very important, definitely. So what is going to be happening tonight? We kind of talked about the student involvement, but kind of go into a little bit more detail than I did.
Oh, we got violin solos, tenor saxophones, we got quotes from Dr. King. We use this as an educational opportunity to teach our children the history. Now, I'm a big history proponent, and you must learn our history is important. So we'll be doing quotes, we'll be having visual displays, and we'll be having many of our Cape Public School students performing to sing happy birthday to Dr. King. He would have been 97 this year.
And this particular year has a special meaning for you, right?
Yes, it does. One of the 7 children that went to the board in 1999 was my daughter, who lived to be a nurse practitioner, and she was one of the 7 at 3rd grade level, wrote a speech to ask the board to do the right thing to protect not just Dr. King's holiday, but President's holiday. We all know it snows from November to April in Missouri. So starting with the year 2000, the Cape Public Schools did the right thing, and so did Southeast Missouri State University,
All right,
which I worked for almost 30 years.
Okay, well, thank you, Deborah, for coming in and sharing all of this with us. Take a look at your screen. We have a list of all these events. And so there's going to be no admission, correct?
Oh, we don't charge. It's a day of service. It's a day on, not a day off.
Perfect. All right. Well, the event kicks off tonight for Cape's citywide celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. You can find a full list of all of these activities at kfes12.com.